Oh, okay, kids, settle down, settle down. So, what is joyriding with LeBlanq? Well, it's riding with the sole purpose of enjoyment. But what is enjoyment without safety?
Mountain biking?
Exactly, chaos. And if we want our joyriders to remember what it's like to experience freedom, no stress, and the unrivaled joy of riding with strangers, or then becoming friends, then we all need to learn a few lessons about group riding etiquette. To do that, we're going to watch this film.
Wait, what?
What's going on?
Oh yeah, we're actually filming the etiquette video now.
So is that why these guys are here and we've got a script?
So what happens if we press fast forward on video?
Dunno.
I can't believe that worked! Welcome to the LeBlanq Joyride etiquette video.
We're going to talk you through some tips on how to make the most of your perfect weekend with LeBlanq.
There are loads of videos online about how to ride in a group, so if you want to go and have a look at those too, that might help.
You know your bike better than anyone else, so check it over thoroughly. We have mechanics on site to help sort any repairs you may need. When you're out on the road, you can relax in the knowledge that your ride leader will be able to help you with any mechanicals or any problems you may have. And we always have a support vehicle too. And 2, check yourself. Are you feeling fresh and alert enough to ride in a group? This is going to be really relevant on day 2 and 3, if you know what I mean.
When you're out on the road, the aim is to be as smooth as possible. None of this weaving around, hold your line. You need to be as predictable as this man's cheesy jokes.
All right, cheers. Or as smooth as one of Adam's silk shirts. Now, riding in a group is at its most effective when you're compact. So, ride as close as you can within your comfort zone to the rider in front and make sure you don't overlap wheels.
When we stand up to climb, our bike will effectively move back a little bit. So we need to warn the person behind us by shouting, standing, or doing what the pros do by flicking both elbows at once.
When you're the rider behind, it is important to anticipate that movement. So you want to give a little bit of space. Look through the rider, look at the gradient ahead so you can see what's coming, because you don't want to end up throwing your bike back and having a mishap behind, just like Matt might do there. No, see, you don't want that to happen.
Cazzo!
Hand signals are the best way to point out hazards on the road, say a pothole or a dead pigeon, and also to indicate your direction of travel. It's always important to pass these messages on to the riders behind if it's safe to do so. So let's break this down. First up, holes. If there's a hole in the road, shout it out by shouting holes, and also use your hand to point it out on the road as well. Next up, moving out. So if it's left or right, use your hand to point to the direction you're going to be riding in, or simply do something akin to this. It's all about communication. Next up, traffic. Okay, if there's a car coming from behind and you're midway through the bunch and you can hear it, you shout traffic back. And if you're at the front, you say traffic up. Of course, you don't need to use your hands in this case, so you can do it on downhill section as well.
Car back!
Stopping. This is a good one because it incorporates another sport. Simply do that with your hand or think about bouncing an invisible basketball. And finally, turning. Well, this is exactly what it says on the tin. Point the direction you're going to be turning in.
Joyriding is all about having fun. We like to create a supportive and encouraging environment.
Yeah, and that means being courteous as well with your excretions.
You need to blow your nose, get rid of a bogey. The best thing to do is signal to the rider behind so you don't cover them in snot. I do this by just saying keep in and then giving it a nice and clear, no one gets wet.
There'll be a ride leader on the front and back of your group. Riding with LeBlanq is all about letting go as we expertly guide you through some breathtaking routes.
Yeah, it's important not to pass your ride leader on the front unless you're instructed to do so. We will navigate the ride, leaving you to enjoy the breathtaking views as well as acknowledging other riders along the way too.
No one needs a hero in these groups. It's not about it's not about being the fastest and showing off. It's about being comfortable, trusting in your ride leader's capabilities to set the right pace. If that pace is too fast for you or too slow, you need to speak up, so there are many more groups.
And remember, this is your weekend. You're here to have fun just as much as the rider next to you. We curate the weekend, then it's up to you to decide what joyriding means to you.
Can we slow down a bit now then?
Can be. I mean, there's less.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Cheers, I think that went really well.
Just trying to, guys, just trying to get this.
all right.
I want to get the tape out so I can post it to the Joyriders. Got this envelope. We're
Come on.
gonna send out the video to them.
All right, hold on.
You leave that to us. We'll
We
sort
need
it
to
out.
get it sent out.
As you want to do.
We'll do that for you.
Sure. It's really nice.
There's some relaxing salts in there as well.
Oh, thanks very much, guys.
So you go put your feet in.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, all right. Cheers, guys.